Alright, should be live now. We got 10 minutes till puck drop. Our system is set up kind of off center. We couldn't get to center ice, so we're going to hope it tracks. So we'll go silent here with the mic, and then we'll be back in 8 minutes. Well, I gave it a good go to try to get the warm-ups for the force, but with Rattlers on this end, the AI wants to pick them up being closer. There's the buzzer for the end of the warm-ups. Puck drop coming up momentarily. Puck drop, face-off win by the force. Back to Kiefer, send on the ice. And there for the force to get it to McDonald. Zaremba defending well. Attempt to keep it in. Crosses the blue line into the neutral zone. Max McDonald chips it down low. Sutherland picks it up in the corner. Onto the stick, McDonald has it stripped away. Rattlers the other way. Pass doesn't connect on the slot. Cycling around for the Rattlers. Defended well there by Sutherland as he puts it onto the sideboards for the force. Puck was stuffed there on the side of Wyatt Quas, and it was cleared away by Kiefer. Cross ice pass, can't connect for the Rattlers. Murphy Frey's in there for the force to take it away. Murphy coming after it, now picked up by Zaremba as Rattlers take over the puck. Pass defended well there by Hagen. Hagen loses off his stick onto the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn making a move, collides, Fraze. Tries to defend it over the slot, picked up, score! Harrison Hagen, after a six-pack list, last game opens up the scoring at 12:19 in the first 1-0 force. The feed came from Murphy Fraze as he was looking to feed the slot off the goaltender, and then Harry picks it up on the spin and score. Pass defended well there by Hagen once again. Picked up by Fryer. Fryer dumps it down low as the force check it up. Another good pass deflection there by Hagen. Picked up by Fraze. Fraze looking for somebody in the slot, has it poked away by the Rattlers. Fed it, across to Harry, couldn't quite chip it in. Comes out, kept in there by Warner. Sent around by Fryer. Hagen to take it away, stripped. Feeds the slot, nobody home. Rochester through center ice, poke check there by Llewellyn. Swing wide. Puck comes through the crease, out to the other side, picked up by the force, dumped into the neutral zone. It's going to be offside, Rochester. Face-off won by Huffman Fed over to Kelly and back down the ice. Picked up by Rochester. Back on defense is going to be Kelly and Blackburn. Puck coming around the boards. Out to center ice. Shot. Save Quas. Secondary shot attempt. Another save Quas. Fed down low. Picked up by Blackburn. He has it taken away. Now Kelly to feed it out. Huffman that was Potts tied up with a Rattler player. And now Rochester picks it back up. Cross ice feed. Defended well there by Blackburn. I believe that was going to be an offsides. Face off one back by the Force on the stick of Zaremba. He comes off his skates and Rochester takes it away. Feeding the crease, can't connect on that pass and shot attempt for Rochester. Cleared out to the neutral zone. It's going to be offsides on the Rattlers. Face off one by the Force, back to Cumberland. Rochester, cross ice feed is defended well by the Force. Taken away back down for Cumberland. Rochester picks it up, throws it to the center. That's going to be picked up by Landon Kiefer as he ropes it around the boards. Zaremba chips it ahead to Max McDonald. McDonald tries to make a move, has it poke checked away. Back and forth the puck goes. Zaremba comes away with it. Feeds it ahead to McDonald. Skips his stick. Rattler's going to pick it up and look to make something happen. Feed it through. Pass defended well there by Warner. See, comes flying down the ice looking for somebody. Tries to centering feed. McDonald puts it over the top of the net. Hagen with it now. McDonald right there again. Fans on the shot. Llewellyn, secondary shot. It's on the doorstep and into the glove of Johnson. Two great attempts there for the Force. Couldn't bear it. Great position there by Max McDonald. Just fanned on that one-timer. Murphy Fraze to take the face-off. One back to Hagen. Hagen takes a shot, blocked out in front. Battle down low by Fraze. Fraze comes away with it, looking for another feed there. Couldn't quite get it to Fryer. Rochester now with control the other way. Warner back on defense. Shot attempt. Nothing doing. Fraze to pick it up behind the net. Feeds it up to Hagen. Hagen sends it down the ice. Now it's going to be a foot race. Hagen and Fryer for the Force. Fryer going to pick it up down low. Tries to center. Nobody home. Fraze with it now. Shot. Save Johnson. Huffman on the face-off. It's kicked to the side by Johnson. Rochester picks up the loose puck. Feeding it ahead. Onto the stick of Kelly. Kelly has it now. Tries to get it across ice to Potts. Potts in the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Pressure put on there by Westhoff. Now onto the stick of Huffman. Huffman takes a shot. Has it blocked as it trickles into the corner. Oliver feeds it up. Blackburn to try to keep it in. Goes to the neutral zone, and Rochester takes it away from him. Down the other way on a breakaway attempt. Loses control of the puck with some good defense there by Kelly. Shot out in front, and Quas couldn't control the rebound Rattlers put it in. Tie it up 1-1 at 7:32 left in the first. Rattlers control after the face-off. Defended there by Cumberland. As the puck goes behind the net. Down the ice it comes. Tied up in the corner here. It's going to be finally picked up by Rochester as they feed it cross ice. Kiefer on defense, swing wide, shot, save, Quas. Rochester gains possession of the puck. Defended well there by Fraze. Fryer and Hagen. Hagen going to beat him to the puck. Lifts a stick, looking for somebody. Feeds the center. Can't connect. Fraze gathers it. Shoots it towards the net. Curled up by Johnson. Hagen with it now. In the corner. We got a Rochester player down in the corner. And they're going to blow it dead with a player down on the ice. Player seems to be all right as he comes off the ice under his own power. Going to take a face-off in the Force offensive zone. 1-1 is the score, 6:08 left in the first. Fraze to take it for the Force. Rochester comes away with it. Puck comes across. Llewellyn going to be there for the Force. Rochester back the other way. Now Murphy takes it away. Fraze tries to send it ahead to Fryer. Can't get anything on it. Back and forth the puck goes. Fraze. And the puck into the Rochester bench. Face-off controlled by Fort Wayne. Potts had it for a moment, taken away by Rochester. Warner sends it down the ice. It's going to go for icing. Face-off win by the Force. Blackburn sends it ahead, but not out. Into the neutral zone. Going to get gathered up by the Rattlers. Fed it ahead. Ooh, Huffman almost kept that in and would have had a break right at the net. taken away by Rochester. They swing wide. Shot attempt goes wide right. Picked up there by Kelly as she sends it ahead to Potts. It skips over the Rattler defender. And they circle around through the neutral zone. Enter onto the stick of Blackburn. Feeds it back up and out. Coming in hot there is Huffman. Blackburn trying to find it in the skates. Comes across the blue line into the neutral zone. Kelly, poke check, steal. Sends it over to Westhoff. Westhoff with it now. Loses it for a moment. Potts puts it back down low. Potts looking for somebody. Tries to send it up for Westhoff. Onto the stick of Westhoff. Takes a shot. Save Johnson. Ooh, coming in hot for the rebound there was McDonald as the puck fell out of Johnson's hand. So good positioning play there again by Max McDonald. Face-off controlled by Rochester. Good pass block there by Sutherland. Puck kept in by Zaremba onto the stick of Max McDonald. Tries to take a shot from deep, is blocked out front. Sutherland back to gather it up. Comes off his skates. I think we're going to have a penalty tripping on Rochester, I believe. It's a bad angle for commentating here down in that right corner, so I can't really see what's going on. Yeah, we got a penalty on Rochester, so it's going to put the Force on a power play with 3:45 left here in the first. 1-1 is the score. Puck won. A face-off by Rochester. A shot from deep by Warner sails high. Puck comes out to Cumberland. Feeds it ahead to Hagen. Hagen tries to gather it up. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Rochester to gather behind their own net. Defended there by Fryer. Fryer takes it away. Hagen going to pick it up in the corner. Had his eyes up looking. Tries to feed it ahead to Cumberland. Can't. And into the neutral zone it goes. Cumberland to gather it up. Cumberland gonna enter with some speed here. Flies to the center, backhands the crease. Ooh, almost connected with Fryer on the opposite side. Rochester to gather, defended there by Hagen. On to the stick of Fraze. Fraze. Up ahead for the Force. We got 35 seconds remaining on the power play. 2:45 left in the period. Puck comes right to center. Ice cleared out there by Warner. With some speed down the side here is Hagen. Hagen has it knocked away. Shot. Ooh, good blocker save by Johnson. Couldn't control the rebound. Stolen by Llewellyn. Now picked up by Hagen as Llewellyn tries to feed it down low. Fryer there for the Force. He's going to get possession of the puck. Penalty expires for the Rattlers. Down low for Fryer. Westhoff right in the slot. Feeds it to him. Westhoff chips it. Kept out by Johnson. Off the bench is Huffman. She tries to feed it back into the offensive zone. Rochester falls down. Blackburn picks up the loose puck. Chips it ahead. Onto the stick of Huffman. Huffman throws it down low. Oliver Westhoff going to be the first one there for the Force. Sends it back behind the net. 1:35 remains in the period. Blackburn with it up high. Sends a shot towards the net. Goes wide. Westhoff. Save Johnson. The Force come away with the face-off, fed back to Blackburn. Blackburn from up high goes wide right. McDonald reverses behind the net, loses an edge, and Rochester comes away with it. Defended there by Sutherland. Now Kelly to take it away and keep it in the offensive zone. Sends it ahead, another save. Now picked up by Blackburn at center ice as he feeds it across to Zaremba. Zaremba up to McDonald. McDonald has his pass attempt blocked out front, gathered up by Sutherland. Sutherland feeds, cleared out by the Rattlers. Kept in by Kelly. Kelly makes one miss. It's tied up on the boards. Now Zaremba with it. Zaremba tries to feed it ahead. Blocked pass attempt by the Rattlers. Blackburn gets control of that puck and gets back on defense. Down for Kelly. 20 seconds left in the period. Tie hockey game 1-1. Far corner there, couldn't really see what's going on. Might have been an offside call with 2 seconds left in the period. After one, tie hockey game. Goaltender change for the Rattlers. Burcello going to be in for the final 2 periods. Taking the face-off here is going to be Murphy. Face-off picked up there by Hagen. Hagen wide and wide, reverses, clears him out, feeds it up high for Kiefer. Kiefer can't handle the pass as it skips over his stick. Picked up by the Rattlers. Taken away by Fraze as he's tied up right in front of the benches. Puck comes down the ice. This is going to be Kiefer there for the Force. Picks it up, sends it up to Fryer. Fryer up to Fraze. Fraze. Now Kiefer. And Cumberland gathers it. Feeds it ahead, picks it up himself. Going to gather some speed as he's kicking it in his skates down the ice. Rattlers clear it out, cross the rink, and Kiefer going to be there. Wise choice for him to hold up there and get back on defense. Hagen steals that pass attempt. Now on the stick of Cumberland as he's knocked off his skates. Taken away by the Force. Fraze maintains possession. Round 1. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Fraze back in the mix. Steele tries to feed it over to tip in by Fryer. Can't get it to go. Puck coming down the ice, and Rattler's going to be the first one there to pick it up. Cumberland on defense has a good stick. to block that one away and send it out of the danger. To center ice with speed is Cumberland. Taken away and it comes back for Kiefer. Kiefer off the boards up to Huffman. Huffman, round one, round two, has it taken away as the Rattlers gather the puck. 2-on-1. Can't connect on the cross ice pass is Rochester, and now battling down low is Warner. Picked up by Westoff. Westoff around a defender. Shoots it towards the net. Save Burcello. Face-off win by Rochester. In a foot race now, Rattlers going to be the first one there to pick it up. Defended there by Zaremba, stolen away by McDonald as he sends it back down the ice. And they get in a foot race, and Sutherland picks it up as he beats him to the puck. Behind his own net, or behind their net, tied up in the corner. Rochester the other way on a breakaway here. Getting back on defense. A good job by Max McDonald to tie him up to not allow that breakaway attempt. Shot blocked in front by Zaremba. Now McDonald to pick up the puck. He goes up into the netting. And we're still tied 1-1 with 10:40 left in the second. Face-off win by the Force. Kelly off the glass around to Hagen. Hagen's got Fryer up ahead. Tied up on the boards as he regains possession of the puck. Now onto the stick of Fraze. Murphy makes a move. Backhands. Save. Burcello. Kelly attempt to keep it in. Comes to center ice. Rochester picks it up. Blackburn steals the pass. And dumps it down low. Kelly to keep it in. Kelly knocked down. Rochester's going to pick up another penalty. Towards the net goes Murphy Fraze. Backhand shot as it bounces around, and the Force still maintains possession of the puck. There goes Quast towards the bench. Finally blown dead. Force are going to go on a power play with 9:49 left in the second. Tied up 1-1. Face-off controlled by Rochester. Taken away by Huffman. Shot. Kicked to the side by Burcello. Westoff to gather the puck. Feeds it out high to Cumberland. And dumped down the ice by the Rattlers. It's going to go for icing. On the power play. Battling ensues down on Rochester's end of the rink. Puck comes out to Cumberland. Cumberland takes a shot from deep. It's tipped around in front, doesn't make it to the net. Picked up by Westhoff. Shot towards the net, goes wide. Getting back on defense is Warner as Rochester comes the other way. Cumberland put on some pressure. Swings wide, takes a shot, goes off the side of the net. Warner there for the force with the stick lift. Huffman in to help as Rochester maintains possession of the puck. Try to feed the slot, blocked in front by Cumberland. Westhoff to pick up the loose puck, send it ahead to Potts. Into the neutral zone it goes, picked up by Rochester, taken away by Potts. Breakaway the other way for the force, shot by Potts, up high and goes wide right. Kept in by Aiden Cumberland. Now Huffman there. Getting back on defense is going to be Warner. Penalty expires for Rochester. Towards the net they go. Shot, good pad save there by Quas. Rochester backhands towards the slot, couldn't get it in. A clearing attempt blocked and kept in by Rochester. Now the puck goes to center ice. It's going to be offsides on Rochester. 7:55 left in the second. Face-off gathered up by the force. Max McDonald getting on his horse to get after it. Fed around and Llewellyn to keep it in. Good stick clip there by McDonald. So he takes the puck behind the net. Kept in by Rochester, down low for Kiefer. Kiefer, a little chip and chase there as the puck comes up to Llewellyn. Llewellyn still has possession of the puck. Now wide and picked up by Rochester. Max McDonald comes in contact with Rochester player, and we're going to get a penalty here on Max McDonald. So we'll have our first penalty kill for the force at 7:02 left in the second. Penalty killers for the force is going to be Fraze, Hagen, Kelly, and Blackburn. Face-off is controlled by Rochester, and the backhand from up high. I don't think anybody even saw it. Bounced off the top of the net. Hagen to gather it up. Hagen, a one on the entire team the other way. We'll see how this one ends. Hagen splits them all. Backhand shot attempt. Must have just missed. .30 seconds comes off the penalty. Fraze making a move towards the net. Rochester comes away with it. Getting back on defense is going to be Blackburn. Shot blocked in front by Blackburn. Picked up in the corner by Fraze. Kept in by Rochester. Battling down low. Blackburn feeds it the other way. Rochester now with his puck once again. Blackburn ties up the skate of the Rochester player, knocks the stick out of their hand. Kelly to clear it out. Kept in by Rochester. Fed it off the glass again and out into the neutral zone. 22 seconds left on the penalty on McDonald. Puck blown dead. I'm gonna think that was offsides. 5:47 remains in the second. 15 seconds on the McDonald penalty. Face-off controlled by the force. Back to Cumberland to center ice. Picked up by the Rattlers. Good check there by Cumberland down low for Warner. Penalty expires on McDonald. Back to full strength. Clearing attempt fanned on by Warner, but Gia there for the force. Warner stops the advancement of the Rattlers player. Cumberland, good stick to clear it out. Kept in by Rochester, shot from deep, goes wide right, picked up by Aiden Cumberland in the corner. Aiden picking up some speed, he gets run into, keeps the Rochester player goes down. Rattlers to gather it behind the net. Warner and Cumberland get back on defense. Rochester swinging wide. Pass attempt blocked, save Quas. Must have came right through the 5-hole. Got a good goal for Rochester at 4:37. Puts the force down 1. Face off, gathered by Llewellyn. Shot blocked attempt there by Sutherland. Kiefer there on defense as well. Blocks the pass attempt. Picked up by Sutherland. Oh, he couldn't get a handle on it. Rochester comes away with the puck. Looking again to pass across ice. Stuffed in front by McDonald. McDonald ahead to Zaremba. Taken away by Rochester. Pinched off there in the corner by Max McDonald, picked up by Zaremba. Centering feed blocked by Kiefer. Rattlers maintain possession of the puck, lose a handle on it as it comes down onto the boards. Kiefer there for the force to take away as he's taking off his skates. Zaremba now onto the stick of Sutherland, across to McDonald. Max McDonald tries to feed it across. His pass attempt is blocked. Back the other way come the Rattlers. Swinging wide, shot, goes wide. Zaremba to pick it up. And I didn't see what was going on there. It was out of the action, but we got a penalty on Max McDonald. As I had the whistle blow and then just saw him skate into the box. So this will put the force on another penalty kill at 3:26 left in the second. Face off controlled by Rochester. Shot. That was a pass. Faked me out. Couldn't connect on it. It's taken away by Kiefer. Rochester keeps it in their offensive zone. Feed it towards the net. Kick to the side by Quas. Picked up by the Rattlers. Nobody coming out to defend. There, Kiefer comes up. Shot attempt. Wasn't towards the net as it went through. Rattlers picking up the puck. Shot. Bounced off the Kiefer and into our goal. So a sharp angle shot, bounced the right direction. And the Rattlers are going to go up 2 with 2:54 remaining in the second. Face-off controlled by the force. Blackburn with possession of it as he dumps it down low. Taken away by Westhoff. Oliver behind the net. Feeds it towards the center. It goes off the side of the net. Still has possession out in front. Comes into the corner. Gathered by the Rattlers. Kept in by Kelly. Huffman there for the force. Rink wide pass, can't connect with anyone. Potts going to be the first one there for Fort Wayne. Comes back to Blackburn. Fed back up ahead. Rochester picks it up. That's way offsides. Fed off the side of the net by the Rattlers. Kelly blocks the pass attempt, feeds it ahead. It goes off of Westoff and stays in. Kelly with it now down low, backhands it ahead to Westoff. Westoff into the neutral zone. Taken away by the Rattlers. Picked up by Kelly. Kelly has it knocked off her stick, and it's going to be offsides on Rochester. Fort Wayne picks up the puck. Cross ice pass defended by Rochester. Taken away by Sutherland. Lose a handle on it. Back to Cumberland as he ropes it down the rink. Now Sutherland with the puck. Tries a shot attempt. Couldn't get anything on it. Taken away by Rochester. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Warner. Warner swipes at it. Shot. Good stick there by Cumberland as it rides it up over the net for Fort Wayne. Gathered up by Rochester. Couldn't clear it out as Fort Wayne. Swiped that there by Zaremba. And now Cumberland off the boards and down the ice. 39 seconds remains in the period. Force down 2. Cumberland pick up the loose puck. Picked up by Sutherland. Taken away by the Rattlers. Shot from deep. Save Burcello. 13 seconds left in the period. Puck's going to come all the way down the ice. Blackburn to pick it up with 6 seconds. Clears it out as he's taking off his skates. And that'll do it after 2. Force down 2. Begin the third. Force take possession of that face-off. Hagen battling for it. Rattlers come away with it. Blocked pass attempt there by Fryer. Sent back down low. Cleared out by the Rattlers. Picked up by Hagen as he stuffs it back down. Frey's here for the force. Now Hagen up ahead to Fryer. Fryer takes a shot. Couldn't get anything on it as it's blocked right out in front. Rattlers the other way. Blackburn back on defense along with Kelly. Taken away by Blackburn. On the stick of Fraze. Rattlers. Blocked by Fraze. Centering feed. Almost had something doing there for Rochester. Taken away by Fraze. Fraze with some speed. Murphy. Backhand. Score! Murphy Fraze chucks one up for Fort Wayne. And Fort Wayne brings it back within one, 3-2 with 13:07 remaining in the period. Puck picked up by Fort Wayne on the stick of Llewellyn. Mason has it knocked away as Rochester gathers it down low. Kept in by Huffman. Llewellyn now up ahead to Potts, taken away by Rochester. Getting back on defense is going to be Warner. Centering feed, couldn't connect. Taken away by Huffman. Huffman tries to feed it ahead to Potts. Goes off the glass and is going to go all the way down the ice for icing. 12:25 left in the third. Face-off controlled by the Rattlers up high. Shot. A lot of bodies out in front. It was blocked before it could make it to the net. Feeding around the horn is Rochester, gathered up now by Sutherland. Sutherland has Zaremba ahead, feeds ahead to Max McDonald. McDonald swinging wide. It's going to be offsides. There, Rochester comes away with the puck after it was tied up right in front of the bench. He's going to swing wide and survey. Around behind the net. Pressured there by McDonald. Now we got foot race the other way. Zaremba, the one with the puck now. Swings wide. Zaremba taking off his skates. We're going to have a penalty on Rochester. Tripping. So at 11:32 in this contest, the Force are going to go on a power play. Face-off controlled by Rochester as they send it down the ice into the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Llewellyn and back out by Rochester. Now Hagen with the puck. Rink wide. Frey's going to be there to pick it up for Fort Wayne. He has it stolen away. Around two, and then we're going to have a trip on Warner. It's going to put us on 4-4 hockey for a full minute 6 at 11:07 left in the third. think this might bode well for Fort Wayne, as 4-on-4 hockey is going to open up the ice a little bit. And I think we got a speed edge. Hagen with it now. This is what I'm talking about. Hagen and Fraze. Hagen. Shot. Score! 4-on-4 turns out to be pretty nice. Hagen coast to coast with his second 3-3 in the third. Face-off win by Fort Wayne. Picked up by Fraze. Reverses. Still maintains the possession of the puck. Looking for somebody. Comes out to Cumberland as he fires one towards the net. Glove save. Burchella. Fraze there fighting for the force. Chipped up into the neutral zone by Rochester. Hagen gathers the puck and sends it back into the offensive zone. Fraze there to put on some pressure as Rochester through center ice and dumps it in. Hagen going to be the first one there for the force. And now Fraze back the other way around too. He gets a stick in the skates, and we're going to have a penalty here on Rochester. Tied up in the corner here is Fort Wayne. Huffman comes away with it. Taken away now by Rochester. Getting back on defense is Blackburn and Kiefer. Around Blackburn, takes a shot towards the net. Rebound almost comes right out for Rochester. We got a minute on a power play now for the force as Westhoff entering. Westhoff towards the net. Oliver blocked out in front before it could get there. So the force on a penalty or a power play now for 45 seconds. Shot goes wide. Another shot and score. Sharp angle. And the Rattlers go up one on a shorthanded goal by Rochester. Face-off controlled by Rochester. 30 seconds left on the penalty. On to the stick of Warner. Warner sends it ahead down the ice for McDonald. McDonald got behind him. McDonald with Sutherland cuts towards the center of the ice, backhands one towards the net as he comes off his skates, and we're going to have another penalty here on the Rattlers. So 8:42 remains, and the Force are going to have 13 seconds of 5-on-3. Important face-off here. Won by Fort Wayne on the stick of Hagen. Hagen shoots one from deep. It's blocked up and over the top by Barcello. Sent up but kept in there by Cumberland, taken away by Rochester. Rochester going to break, but they got closing Fort Wayne as they knock it away. Out of the box comes one of the Rochester Rattlers players. The force on the power play now for 1:10. It's going to be icing, so down on the other end of the rink the puck goes. Face-off win by Fort Wayne. Warner sends it ahead. Checked up there and sent back into the offensive zone. Picked up by Rochester behind their net. Fed down the ice. And Cumberland going to be there to pick it up for the force. Entering with speed, here's Cumberland. Cumberland towards the net. Loses at the last second, comes out in front. Backhand. Still loose out in front. Puck comes out, blown dead. 7:36 left in the third. 25 seconds remains on the Rattlers penalty. Face-off controlled by Rochester. Hagen with stick lift. Kept in by Fraze on the stick of Harrison Hagen. Hagen. Shot off the post. Murphy gathers the rebound but can't get anything on it. Fryer with the puck now. Sent down low. Hagen going to pick it up for the force. Taken away by Rochester. Stops his advancement. Now Murphy comes in and gathers it. Fryer getting in position here. Fed across. Score! Fraze to Fryer. Tied up 4-4. .658 left in the third, tied up. Puck chipped down the ice. Here we go. We're going to have a foot race. Rochester going to get back to gather it. It's Westhoff ahead there for Fort Wayne. And Huffman to slow him up as Llewellyn feeds it ahead to Westhoff. Westhoff trying to gather something. It comes out and taken away by the Rattlers. Fed down the ice. It's going to be Kelly. Now Llewellyn as Rochester beats them both to the puck. Puck coming to the neutral zone. Potts is out front for the force. Back the other way goes Rochester. Rochester picks it up. It's going to be offsides. 6 minutes left in this contest, 4-4. Defended there by Blackburn. Rochester swings wide, feeds the crease, blocked away by Blackburn. Blackburn around to Fraze, or Zaremba. Zaremba up ahead to Max McDonald. McDonald comes off his skates as Rochester ropes it around the boards. Kiefer to keep it in. Offsides. Face-off controlled by Fort Wayne. Max McDonald. Hot after the puck. Tries to feed it towards the crease. Taken away by the Rattlers. Rochester through center ice. Kiefer and Blackburn back on defense. Shot from wide. Goes wide. Max McDonald fans on that clearing attempt. Picked up there by Zaremba. Taken away by Rochester. Fed towards the net. Blocked in front by Blackburn. Kiefer to take the puck now. Feeds it into the neutral zone. 5 minutes remains in the third. Puck comes around for the Rattlers. Can't control it. Gathers it back up now. Shot. Comes out in front. Rebound. Blocked away. Cleared out. Kept in by Rochester. Another attempt blocked in front by Fraze. Clearing attempt by Zaremba. Can't get it out. Back and forth puck goes. Kept in once again by Rochester. Now Warner around the boards. Rochester comes away with it in the middle. Defended there by Kiefer. Sustained offensive pressure by Rochester. Behind the net they go. Kiefer to take it away, up to Zaremba. Zaremba fans on another clearing attempt. Comes center. And Rochester still keeps it in. Warner comes off his skates. Zaremba tries to clear it, kept in by Rochester. Kiefer around behind his own net. And finally, the puck comes to center ice. We got a penalty. Rochester picking up a penalty here at 3:32 left in the third. Face-off controlled by the Rattlers. Fed up on the stick of Hagen. Hagen shot. Glove save, Barcello. Face-off picked up by Fort Wayne. Hagen. Sliding towards the center, tries to feed the crease. Nothing doing. Fraze battling for it. Now back on the stick of Hagen. Hagen. Reverses. Has it finally taken away. Still maintains possession of the puck behind the net. Onto the stick of Fraze as it's swiped to the corner. Fed up into the neutral zone. Cumberland makes a move. We got 50 seconds on the power play. Cumberland loses a handle on the puck. Down the ice it goes. Back for Warner. Warner sends it across to Fryer. Can't handle the pass. Rochester sends it back the other way. Offsides. Potts comes away with it after the face-off. Down into the Fort Wayne offensive zone. Huffman and Westhoff leading the way for the Force. Sent to center ice. Picked up by Warner. 15 seconds on the power play. On to the stick of Westhoff. He has it taken away. Huffman to keep it in. Huffman holding them on the boards. Now taken away by Westhoff. Westhoff feeds the crease. Goes off the goaltender on the doorstep. Cleared away. Penalty expires on the Rattlers. 1:50 left. Shot towards the net. Gets blocked by Rochester. Now Cumberland with it. Has it taken away. Huffman to backhand it in. She Has it skip over her. Back on defense is going to be Warner. Cross ice pass doesn't connect. We got a player on the ice down here, and this is Aiden Cumberland, as the play is blown dead. 1:30 remains in the third. This is Cumberland on the ice. One minute, 30 seconds remains, 4-4, tie. Puck comes to center ice. Gathering up is Rochester, fed back down, taken away by Hagen. He has knocked off his stick. Entering with some speed there is Rochester from a wide angle shot. Goes cross rink into the corner. On the stick of Warner. I believe we had puck covered up by Quas. 1:05 remains. Face-off controlled by Rochester. Cleared out. Defended there by Hagen. We're inside of a minute. Making a move, there's Fraze. Fraze has it taken away. Rochester has it knocked off their stick by Hagen. We're at 40 seconds. Hagen with some speed. Hagen splitting them. Hagen shot, score! Harrison Hagen! Hat trick, Harry does it again. 32 seconds, put the Force up 1. Now the old X-Bot, I'm seeing it now, couldn't pick it up as he is too fast for the camera. Pressure's going to be on Rochester now. We're going to see if they pull their goaltender, Murphy, to clear it out of danger. Warner now sent it off the boards and chipped up ahead by Fraze. 15 seconds left. One more entry here by Rochester fans on the attempt, though. Taken away by Fraze, cleared down into the offensive zone. Murphy gains possession of the puck, sends it towards the net, goes off the side. Game over. Force wins it on a Hagen goal in 30 seconds. Remained in the third. Big win for Fort Wayne. So we'll have another game tomorrow morning, I believe at 11 a.m. in Heartland. So tune in tomorrow for game 2 of the weekend.